Welcome back to the Warning Bell, where the darkest true stories come to life. I'm your host, bringing you chilling tales sent in by viewers just like you. Tonight, we're diving into 3 disturbing stories from people who explored abandoned places and encountered things they can't explain. These are real experiences shared by real people. So, turn off the lights, get comfortable, and let's begin. Story 1. The Factory That Never Closed. This first story comes from Ethan, a 24-year-old from Michigan who loved urban exploring. He'd heard about an old auto factory, abandoned since the 1980s just outside his town. Locals called it cursed, claiming workers who died in a fire decades ago never left. Ethan didn't believe the rumors. So one chilly October evening, he and his friend Liam slipped through a broken fence to explore. The air inside was heavy, smelling of rust and oil. Their footsteps echoed off the concrete floors and their flashlights barely cut through the darkness. About 30 minutes in, they found a staircase leading to a basement level. As they descended, Ethan noticed the air getting colder, almost suffocating. Then they heard it. A faint clanging, like metal on metal, coming from deeper in the basement. Liam thought it was pipes settling, but Ethan wasn't so sure. They followed the sound, their flashlights flickering. At the end of a long corridor, they found a rusted machine, its gears covered in cobwebs. But the clanging was louder now, rhythmic, like someone working. Ethan whispered for Liam to stay quiet. And that's when they saw it. A shadow moving across the wall, shaped like a man wielding a wrench. The clanging stopped abruptly and the shadow turned as if looking at them. Ethan's flashlight died, plunging them into darkness. They ran, stumbling up the stairs, hearing heavy boots thudding behind them. When they reached the exit, the sound stopped. But Ethan swears he felt a cold breath on his neck as they escaped. He never went back. Story 2. The Motel Room That Watched Back. This next story was sent in by Rachel, a 27-year-old from Arizona. She and her boyfriend Tom were on a road trip through the desert when their car broke down on a lonely highway at 1 a.m. The only shelter nearby was an abandoned motel, its faded sign reading Starlight Inn. They decided to wait there for a tow truck parking in the empty lot. The motel was a wreck, broken windows, peeling paint, and a lobby frozen in time, with a check-in book open to 1987. Rachel felt uneasy, like they were being watched, but Tom laughed it off. As they sat in the car, Rachel noticed a faint glow from a second-floor room, like someone holding a flashlight. She pointed it out, and Tom suggested it was a reflection from their headlights. But when he turned the headlights off, the glow remained, and it moved, drifting to another window. Rachel called the tow company again, her hands shaking. Then they heard a creak, like footsteps on the motel's wooden porch. Tom got out to check, but no one was there. As he got back in, a loud bang hit the car roof like something heavy dropped. They locked the doors, hearts racing. The banging continued, moving around the car as if circling them. Rachel looked up at the motel and saw the glow was now directly above them, in the room closest to the lot. The tow truck arrived just as the banging stopped. The driver later told them the motel had been shut down after a string of missing guests, and no one had been inside for years. Story 3. The Asylum's Last Patient. Our final story comes from Mia, a 19-year-old from Pennsylvania. She and her friends were obsessed with ghost hunting and decided to sneak into an abandoned asylum known for its grim past, experiments, patient deaths, you name it. They went at midnight armed with cameras and EMF meters. The asylum's halls were a maze of crumbling plaster and rusted gurneys. As they explored, Mia's friend Sarah said her EMF meter was spiking near a locked ward. They found a door marked isolation, its window boarded up except for a small crack. Mia peeked through and saw nothing but darkness. Then, a faint scratching started, like nails on wood, coming from inside the room. The group laughed nervously, thinking it was rats. But the scratching grew louder, more deliberate, like someone trying to get out. Mia's camera glitched, showing static, then briefly displayed a pale face in the viewfinder inside the locked room. She screamed, dropping the camera. The scratching stopped, replaced by a low moan that seemed to come from all around them. They ran, tripping over debris, but the moan followed, growing louder. As they reached the exit, Mia felt a tug on her jacket, like someone grabbing her. She turned, but no one was there. The group made it out, but Mia's jacket had a tear that wasn't there before. She later learned the asylum's last patient, a woman who died in isolation, was known for scratching at her door. Those were 3 true horror stories from abandoned places. If you've got a chilling experience to share, send it tomdrhassan20@gmail.com for a chance to be featured. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss a nightmare. Stay safe out there, and maybe steer clear of abandoned buildings. Until next time.